Hello, TikTokers. So I have a lot of people private messaging me, asking me about my horses' coats and how they're so shiny and how my horses look so healthy all the time. So I wanted to go through their supplement list and what I am feeding them. I was previously just feeding them Timothy pellets, during the early springtime. But now that we're moving into fall, or we're going to be moving into fall soon, I always like to kind of up the game a little bit because they're not getting that fresh spring grass with all the nutrients. And we're moving into fall and winter. So I have I did a ton of research on this, and I have started my horses, all three of them. Shakespeare is in his 20s, his early 20s. True is 9 and Wyatt is 10, but I have started them all on this Sentinel senior horse feed. Not necessarily because the two younger ones are seniors, but just because it's easier for me to feed the same food to them all. And I chose Sentinel Senior because Shakespeare, my oldest horse, has bad teeth, and I needed to find a feed that would be easily digestible for him and easy to, maneuver with his teeth. So the Sentinel looks like this. It's just these little pellets that are not hard at all. They're fairly easy to sort of, crumble and break down. See how easily that broke down? But even so, I still put a little bit of water in this. I mean, I pretty much just top it so that it sucks up the moisture, just so there's no choking. But I chose Sentinel specifically because there were many reviews that said that horses with bad teeth were able to chew it and get it down without choking. I also love the fact that it is low starch and sugar. So you don't want, if you have a senior horse, or really any horses that have a lot of weight on them or whatever, you don't want a lot of starches and sugars. So I liked that fact. It's great for immune support. It's full of prebiotics and probiotics. There's Prim. There's built-in omega fats and fibers, and then it supports immune support and whole body wellness. It's specifically formulated for gut-wise nutrient release, so it's a slow release. So they really like this feed, and I have been happy with it so far. I believe I ordered it through Chewy. I got it through Chewy.com. Now, as far as supplements, because we've gotten a lot of rain lately and there's a lot of moist conditions, I went ahead and I ordered one of these Horseshoer Secret, the pelleted hoof supplement. It's got all sorts of good stuff. I did a soil test at the farm I'm at, and it's very, very, very high in iron, so that means that it was lacking in copper. And these supplements are they're full of copper. Comes in a really big I ordered the big container, but these are pellets. It's pelleted feed. I give 1 scoop per horse of this that came with it, so they get 1 of these per day, and that just goes down into the feed bucket. As far as how much of the Sentinel I'm giving them, I just basically take a 1 pound scoop and I divide it 3 ways, so they get a third, a third, and a third. But see, my horses don't need to gain weight. If I needed to put some weight on them, I'd probably add a little bit more, but this is more just for rationing and getting their supplements into them than it is specifically for trying to add weight. Now, the other supplement that I feed them, and I love this supplement, it's red raspberry leaf, okay? Now, a lot of people might be asking, well, why are you feeding red raspberry leaf to your horses? And there's actually a very good reason for that. So I do have a mare named True, and she, of course, goes into her heat. She has her cycles where she goes into her heat sessions. And of course that can cause moodiness in the mare. It can cause some issues there. But the red raspberry leaf is a common aid for moody mares because it balances the hormones, it eases their crankiness. It's actually believed to ease their physical symptoms associated with their heat cycle because it has a lot of B6 vitamins in it, and they bind to the hormone receptors for the estrogen, the progesterone, and the testosterone, which gets them back into check. So it eases inflammation in the ovaries, which relieves the pain and pressure of ovulation. So all good things. It also tones the muscles in the uterine wall, which reduces cramping. So, you know, it definitely is helpful for any mares that you have, but it doesn't just have to be for mares. What I love about it is I go ahead and I add it to my feed because I do have 2 geldings as well, and they benefit from it because the antioxidants in red raspberry leaf are phenomenal. It also has a great toning effect on the muscles of my horses, you know, so both my boys look really, really good. It's got anti-inflammatories in it, which, you know, if you've got a horse that's got some aches and pains or pulls a muscle or something like that, the anti-inflammatory properties are fantastic in it. And you got to figure that male horses do have hormones. They're not, you know, they're not going through a menstrual cycle, but they do have hormones. So it also helps with those as well. So overall, red raspberry leaf, it's packed with nutrients, it tones muscles, it's an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory, it balances hormones, and it aids in digestion. So in my opinion, you know, those are all things that every horse can absolutely benefit from. So that is why I use it as a regular supplement for my horses. Now, the next thing I give them, oh, and how much do I give them? So basically, I just kind of open this thing up, and literally, I don't even have a scoop. I just kind of grab about that much, okay? And I dump it in the feed daily. And this is human consumption. I mean, I could make a tea out of this if I wanted to. But if I know that True is in her cycle, I might give her like double the amount just to help her out. And I also give it to my boys as well because it helps them to not be so receptive to her heat cycles. It calms them and it works very, very well. I mean, this is the same stuff that you find in Mare Magic, which is like twice the price of this. I got this on Amazon. I got a 2-pound bag for half the price of what I spent on Mare Magic. So the third supplement I give them is organic kelp powder. And why am I giving my horses kelp powder? Okay, so I have found that it is excellent for improving thyroid stimulation. It's an antibacterial and anti-inflammatory as well, so it helps with their overall health. It helps with their overall immunity. Kelp contains a decent amount of calcium, magnesium, potassium, iodine, and iron. And when you compare it to, you know, just what you get in your regular feed, it really adds just some extra boosts to their regular diet. If you have a deficiency in your horse or a toxicity of iodine or hyperthyroidism or any type of abnormal thyroid behavior, then organic kelp can certainly help with that. Now, my horses are good on their thyroid, but you know, I look at this more as an ounce of prevention more so than, you know, I would rather be proactive than reactive. So, you know, I just give them a little bit of this. It is USD organic, it is GMO free, it is filler free, and you know, my horses just gobble it down. They really, really do enjoy the taste of it. It is extremely, extremely fine powder. It's kind of like flour, you know, like baking flour when you open this thing up. I can't even open it. Hold on. So there you can see it's a super powdery, very powdery substance. And I just give them that larger scoop of it. I actually give them the scoop that came in the red raspberry leaf, but I give them a heaping scoop of that each day. And so then I just put all of these in their buckets each day. And then what I do before I actually feed it to my horses is I bring it over here to my sink. I turn my water on and I wet that down a bit to get that powder, because I don't want my horse sticking their faces into all that powder, because then they're going to start sneezing. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So basically what I do is I put just about that much water in it, you know, just like right up to the rim. I don't go overly crazy with it, but I want to wet that down enough to where I can mix these supplements in. And then I just take my spoon, I give it a good stir, get it all mixed together here. And after I do that, I just let it sit, you know, for about 15 minutes or so before I feed, because I want it to soak up that water, and I want it to make those pellets softer so that when my horses go to eat them, there is no choking. And it also helps with their water intake each day as well. So, all right, well, that's my process, and I can put the links in this video below as well. So, okay, thank you.